Hey everybody, Foodbird7 here, and welcome back to the channel with a tactics video. Yeah, I've been on with tactics for the last 2 weeks. It's busy life, you know. So I I don't know if I did. Okay, let me go a different way. A different way. I know there's a new patch coming out. I know that. I do understand that. I know there's a new patch coming out, but I need to do these videos, and I don't know if I've done this tactic. I was checking on my YouTube. I think not. But even considering how I know I play this game, if I've done this in the recent while during this patch, because I don't remember, this will be a variant. Okay, I'll explain why I say it is a variant. So it's the 4-2-2-2. I remember I played this formation like a few weeks ago when I was having a hard time, and kind of figured out maybe they changed something. I don't know, but maybe they changed something. Um, but let's call it the variant. The build up and defensive approach is all the same. The roles are going to change, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing. So when it comes to defense, it's always the same thing: defend, defender, blah 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 blah. We're going to change here in the middle. Instead of being ball winning, we're going to go with roaming, because you see, when set to roaming, the holding midfielder will move across the width of the pitch to close passing lanes and step and to up to press attackers. While the ball winning is focused, that's the holding midfield with aggressive intercepting passing as part of their defensive focus. But I noticed that he goes up too much, so I went with roaming. So it steps up, does more pressure. And then we're gonna have Reindeers here as the deep line playmaker. I'll explain why. He is on the right side with Carl here. He is the shadow striker. And then we have advance forward, and we're gonna go with Poacher because I want Poacher support. Okay, Poacher support, that's important. So he does pressure up top, and then we're gonna have Iniesta as a playmaker. Okay, what's my idea? So this is my idea. You see my idea here. My idea is we're not gonna play a lot through the wings. This is like having a 4-1-2-1-2. Basically, that's basically it. And the idea is you'll have Iniesta as a playmaker. You'll have Carl going in. Okay, Carl going in to do the attacking trio, and Reindeers goes up and takes the cam position. So in reality, you will have one CDM defending, which will be Petit, two cams, and three attackers. That's the idea. We're gonna overload the attack. You're gonna see that in game. You'll understand what I'm trying to do in game, and you will see that everyone is doing their part. It is very important that you understand that they are doing their part. This is the code here. Sadiq will leave the code a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Let's go into some gameplay. Hey, we're facing a good team, a very good attacking team, very fast attack as you can see. Defense could be a little bit better. Oh, he's probably giving that new Evo to Cole. But yeah, it's Boo Boo Milano. Maybe it's a Dragon Ball fan. So yeah, we're gonna start. As you can see, the build up. It's like we have 4 players up top. So let's go check this gameplay out. Okay, I want to show you guys this part. Remember, Shadow Striker. Shadow Striker, he's going through the wing. Look where Reindeers is. He is running towards that camp position that it's vacant because Carl is not there. And if you look, the one with the incisive pass, that is Iniesta. He's going up, and we have 2 strikers up top. So what are we doing right now? So what we're doing right now, as you can see, we are spreading the line. We are spreading the line, and Petit is coming from behind to give some support. We're trying to open the defense as much as possible so we can go through a little gap. You see Petit is there, gives room to Ronaldo, but then I try to skill move and he defends. Okay, I'm not going to do everything correctly. So yeah, that's basically it. You saw we are trying to spread the defense to open gaps like he just doing to me. Look, he opened my defense. I did manage to defend. I was kept composure there. He was offside, but the thing is, I defended. One of the things of having the team like this spread, we're going to abuse incisive pass. It is while the new patch is not out, we're going to abuse the incisive pass, and that's what we do. We gonna go back a little bit. You see, here is the perfect example. We dragged his left back towards Carl, which opened a highway, and we triggered the run with Wilson, and she burns the defender. Of course, this game is kind of broken, and for some reason he can't catch up with a 92 or 94 pace player. But hey, it's a game. One of the things that we can do with the static, which I think is very important, and this is where the poacher is into work, is as you can see, we have Carl doing the shadow striker, and he can cross. And then because Ronaldo is a poacher, he's gonna show up more up front. So here is the perfect. So what I did is L1X pass to Wilson. He's doing the run. Carl is completely open, but as you can see, my midfield is a bit populated, so he's worried about the midfield. And because Carl has inventive, he's completely open, and we immediately cross because again, AI on Ronaldo, it's attacking. So he's gonna run to that open area. Here, as you can see, he got a little bit. I'm blanking on the word, but he got scared. Let's say he panicked. He started to panic, and he pushes his Reis down to defend Carl because he thinks I'm going to keep running and try to do a low cross. And what I do is an over the top cross. I don't know why that shot came out so weak, but hey, that is again the tactic at work. That's why Ronaldo is a poacher, to take advantage of these types of situations. You don't need to put the shadow striker exclusively on the wing, especially if you have a good one like Carl. As you can see, I'm pushing Carl to the middle. I made the run for him to go to the middle. He shows up in the camp position in the middle. Then, again, this is beautiful. This is actually very beautiful. As Carl goes up, you see, Ronaldo comes down. He drags the defender with him. You see, the defenders are down here because they're all balanced down, and Carl is going up. And then, of course, we have to do like the skill move and then pass, and then we shoot. But you don't need to have Carl exclusively on the wing. You can vary his movements. That's why he becomes very fluid as a shadow striker. You've noticed Iniesta, because it is a build-up, he's not doing these types of runs. He's staying a little bit more behind. Carl, you can do all these types of movements. So, yeah, let's keep going. Look, we got Iniesta here. You see, he's not going forward all that much. I screwed up there. I fat fingered. I don't know how, but I fat fingered that one. But you see, Iniesta stays a little bit on the back, and Carl goes more up front. That's the roles at work, and it gives a lot of balance in the midfield. In the moment, playstyles are way too important in this game, and having a midfield with tiki-taka as a plus is really important because you have Reindeers, Petit, and Iniesta, and this is exactly what happened. You see, we just play around. You see, and it is going to be, of course, R9 helps a lot, but as you can see here, this is a perfect example. You have Iniesta, doesn't go up the field like I've mentioned before. You have Petit in the back giving the support, and then Carl is going, Reindeers is going to take the place of Carl in the camp position because Carl decided to stay a little bit on the right, and then Reindeers is going to go inside the box. He's going to go inside the box to help give support, and because of his tiki-taka, he does some excellent passing. So look here, you see, and of course, as a poacher, Ronaldo tries to find the open spaces, so his AI immediately went to open space, and then he just scores, and it was an easy goal. Again, passing is really important in this game, even on the strikers, and especially here Wilson, as you can see. She managed to do the first touch and pass immediately, and then having Reindeers, again, remember I keep telling you, I have Reindeers as a CDM, but I'm not treating him as a CDM, and as you can see, we put the ball on Wilson. Reindeers is showing up to give support. He's not as behind. He shows up to give support. Then we trigger the run with Carl to try and go to the open area because we want to take advantage of his finesse shot and his left foot. And because Reindeers has incisive, even if it's silver, he has this. He just puts this magnificent ball in, and there you go. There it is. Again, remember, Reindeers, I'm treating him as a cam, despite being a CDM. And this is the example. You see Ronaldo having the poacher. I would argue and I'm not gonna fight with you guys on the comments. Well, first I need comments to be honest with. Maybe Ronaldo is not the best one to do poacher. Okay, maybe he's not the best one to do poacher because he doesn't have. I think it's tiki taka. He doesn't have one of them. I think it's incisive. I do argue with that. Maybe Wilson would be better, but hey, it is. I put like this for a reason, and it's working. And when I put the ball here on Ronaldo, as you can see, I trigger the run with reindeers, and he's acting as a cam, and he's running inside the open area because his left back is worried about Carl. His other two, the center back, the right back, and the CDM, they are worried about Wilson and Iniesta, which opens a gap because Ronaldo comes back, opens a gap in the middle. Rangers goes in because he's a deep playmaker with build up, and of course you need to trigger a run. You see, open area and then boom, goes in. Simple. Football has been invented. You just need to know how to break the defensive line. And now here, this is like I've shown you again. I'm going to stop here so you understand. I've shown you Ronaldo shining. I haven't shown you Wilson shining, but if you pay attention, you see her movements are important. I've shown you Carl shining. Now it's time to show you Iniesta shining in his playmaker position. And this is what you're going to do. Before, I don't know after the patch how it's going to work, but as you can see, boom, you just need to put a ball on the first player, and then he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't. R9 is undefensible, to be honest. But again, Iniesta does. You see, everyone is doing their parts in this game. And we will continue the Iniesta show with the last goal of the game. Again, we trigger the run, incisive pass, and then we put the ball on Ronaldo, and of course, he's undefensible. He is very undefensible. And yeah, this is going to be like the tactic. This is going to be there's not going to be any more goals. I'm just going to do some stuff. Well, he's going to score one, to be honest, but there won't be. But as you can see, this is it. We have a very good defensive line. You see, everyone's coming back here to defend. I don't know, it's going to be a free kick, but they all come back to defend. Always have fast defenders. It's very important. Bruiser. All of my defenders have Bruiser. The off is the only one with Bruiser Plus, but every single one of them, because it's a broken playstyle, and that's the game. You need the incisives, you need the rapids, you need the finesses, you need all those types of things. That's why I was a bit skeptical of doing this, about doing this one, because again, there's going to be a new patch, things are going to change. But hey, while it's not here, maybe you can use this static and abuse it, and hopefully get some wins. So thank you very much for being here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.